Hey, welcome to Cooking with Emma Lee. Today I'm going to show you how to make fettuccine Alfredo. That is so easy. It'll make your parents say wow. Okay, first off, so we're going to fill this pot with water, and once it's ready, so once it's filled with enough water, we're going to put some salt in it. Did you know salt actually helps the pasta not stick, and it makes the pasta not too gummy. So once this is full, we're going to do that. So now that our water is there, we're just going to move this one out of the way. Place that one right here. So today I'm going to be using pink salt instead of fine salt because I actually find this one much better and I love this one more. So we're just going to do a couple turns of salt into our water. Boom. Easy peasy. Now we're going to take 2 cloves of garlic, 1 clove, 2 cloves. Now we're just gonna crush them. There. Now we're just gonna peel off this stuff. And now we're just gonna finely chop this garlic just so it's not like one big clump. When cutting, you don't want to just go like this and lift this edge of the knife up. We're going to put it down and make sure it stays down. And then we're just going to go. It's a great technique for cutting. Once your garlic is finely chopped, you're just going to set it aside. Yeah, easy peasy. Then you're going to take your butter, because we're going to work on our sauce now. To start sauce, you're going to want to take, I must say, at least a good chunk of butter to just make sure the surface actually has butter on it. That you just wipe off the extra. Put that aside because we're going to use that to stir. Butter away. Then you're going to take your olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. It's super nice. Shit, that. You're going to get at least 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Not too much. And once you have that, you can put your olive oil aside. But don't put it away too far because we're going to use it again later. I'm just going to move my skillet out of the way. That's what we're going to use to cook our chicken on later. Let's heat that up. Along with your butter and olive, you're going to place your garlic in. There we go. And we're going to use this to just stir it. Now while that is going, we're going to actually prep for our chicken. So you're going to take 2 more cloves of garlic. Just that. Set aside your garlic because we're no longer using it. Take the peels away. And I'm going to peel these ones. When they're a little tougher, that's when you can give them a little hit just to help smooth the process along. For our chicken today, we're going to make garlic, butter, and herb chicken. It's so yummy. I make it for my family every time I'm cooking. Hear that sizzling sound? That is the sound of our butter. And our garlic just mixing together. Now, don't leave your butter and garlic too long. You just want to start doing it until it's melted. Let's turn down our heat from high to medium because we don't want to burn them. Once your butter is melted, you're going to take some heavy cream, at least 2 cups of it. Today I'm using 473 milliliters. So that's 2 cups exactly. So we're just going to open up that. And we're just going to dump it in. Now you might notice that the olive oil and the milk don't exactly blend together easily and smoothly. So you're just going to give that a little stir. You might need to stir it often more than that, and just give it like whips. Then you're gonna take pepper. I'm using black pepper, but some people use white pepper. And you're just gonna squeeze in the heavy cream. Well, don't put too much now. Give it a little stir. Now you're gonna bring that to a simmer, and then we'll move on to our next step. I'm gonna continue prepping for my chicken. As you can see, I like to multitask, but feel free to take this step by step. You can either prep your chicken beforehand, which I obviously didn't do, or you can prepare your sauce beforehand and just have it on low heat the entire time while you cook your chicken. And you think, I'm just gonna skip the garlic on this recipe, I recommend you do not. It tastes delicious with the garlic in it. Once your garlic is finely chopped for your chicken, you're just gonna set it aside, like so. Don't forget to be washing your hands a lot. It's just so no bacteria gets into your food. If you notice your heavy cream has not brought to a boil yet, you can just turn up the heat a little. Now, I'm going to move on to my next step for my heavy cream, my sauce. We're going to take some mozzarella cheese. It doesn't matter what brand you use or not. And you're going to grate about 3/4 of mozzarella cheese. This might take a bit, so be patient. Oh, and please do be watching your heavy cream as it can burn. Once that is brought to a boil, you're going to turn down your heat once more. Then you're going to take Parmesan cheese. I have grated already my Parmesan cheese in a basket here, but if you don't have a grated Parmesan cheese, I recommend grating it. And I'm just going to get about half a cup. Don't be shy. Once you have about half a cup, you're just going to pour it right on into your mixture and stir. So you don't see any more clumps. Let's see how much cheese I've grated. Not a lot, as you can see. So I'm just going to add that into the cup. Just keep on grating. I'm going to cut off a chunk. I don't really don't need any more than that. Hopefully by the time I do that, we'll have around 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Not Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. You want to let your Parmesan cheese just fully mix in to the sauce here. Don't be shy on your cheese, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful when grating your cheese. You don't want any nicked fingers now, do we? Once you have enough mozzarella cheese, like I do, and you're just gonna dump it straight into our mixture. You want to wait a little bit before you dump it in, just until your sauce has thickened up before adding it in. Keep going until you don't see any more clumps. Smells delicious. You might be noticing, but my consistency isn't the way I want it. Well, if it's not the consistency you want, then don't be afraid to make a slurry. Now you might ask, Emma, what's a slurry? Well, a slurry is a mixture of cornstarch or flour and just a little bit of water. So I'm gonna be using a flour base today. So I'm just gonna take my flour here, and I'm gonna get at least about 2 tablespoons of flour. Now, what am I saying? Well, my tablespoon is dirty from when I did the olive oil. Just give it a quick little rinse and a dry off. Don't be forgetting to stir your mixture while doing this, because we don't want any burnt sauces. Once your thing is clean, you're going to just take a cup and you're just going to get your flour and place it in there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you notice you don't like that it's bubbling so much, you can just bring down the heat. That's what I did just here, because I don't want any burnt mixtures. I got that. Now I'm going to take a 1/4 cup and just fill it up with water. And you'll need something to stir this with, ladies and gentlemen. It's only a spoon. spin. And you're gonna take your water and just pour it right into your flour. And you're just gonna stir it and stir it and stir it until it reaches the consistency of heavy cream or milk. There we go. Pour right into your sauce. You wait until it starts to thicken up right away. Oh, beautiful. The consistency is right where I want it. You might be saying, well, is my sauce done now? It's not. You're going to take some basil leaves and Italian seasoning. And you're just going to take a nice healthy pinch right into your mixture. Put that aside, you're going to be using it again later. Now, you're going to take your Italian seasoning and do the exact same thing. Just a healthy pinch. Right on top. This really brings out a flavor in the Alfredo. I've made this before tons of times for my family, and I get nothing but compliments. I'm just going to stir it right in. You know what he's saying? Well, what about our chicken now? You must have forgotten about our chicken. I have not. Now that I have a consistency, I'm just going to switch them over to a different element. While we do this, don't be shy to turn on your element to heat up your water now. I'll move my skillet over. I'm going to give my little knife a wash. And just dry it off. Now, I hope you're being responsible with your knife now. Don't be reckless. Now that's done, I'm going to take my chicken. I'm using a chicken breast. And after you touch chicken, make sure to wash your hands. We don't want any salmonella. You're going to take your chicken out. And just going to slap it right down onto your cutting board. I'm just going to use my whole pack of chicken because we're going to cut it up later. And I love chicken on my pasta. Absolutely delicious. Now, I'm going to wash my hands. Even though I'm going to be cooking chicken again, I just want to be safe and just wash my hands again. Now, remember when I said you'll need your basil leaves again? You will. And you'll need parsley flakes and oregano. All three spices here, I absolutely love placing on my chicken. So while you get that, we're just going to cut up our chicken. You might be asking, why are we cutting our chicken? And we can just flay it right away. It's just so it cooks faster. And, well, quite frankly, I just love cooking it like this. Smaller, easier for me to put loads onto my pan. Now you can use a stainless steel pan or just literally any cooking pan. I'm going to be using a skillet because I've learned to cook chicken on a skillet since I was young. And it just holds the best flavors, really. So I'm just going to cut up my chicken. Don't cut your fingers. Don't go like this and cut your fingers or just cut your chicken. Now you're going to take your chicken. I probably should have taught you this beforehand. And you're going to put your fingers in like a gripping thing. Right like this. Just so you're not going to cut your hands. If you still have mozzarella cheese on your cutting board, that's okay. This is all going to get mixed in later anyway. I touched chicken again. So I'm going to wash my hands. I would say this is the last time I'm washing my hands, but it's not. I haven't opened up, this is a brand new bag of parsley. So I'm going to get my scissors out and just cut it open. But don't cut open the seal line where it seals your chicken. Just cut above it. I said chicken. Your bag. I'm sorry, folks. My brain's a little scattered. Take a nice handful of your parsley, just like a pinch. And we're just going to spread it around on our chicken. Don't put that away just yet, folks. Set it off to the side, because we'll touch it again. Open up your basil leaves and do the exact same thing. Put that aside. We're going to use it to touch it again later. Now, I'm going to open up my oregano. Must I tell you, I love the scent of oregano. Do the exact same thing. Set it to the side. Now, you're going to just marinate, mush that into our chicken, just so the flavor really soaks up onto our chicken. Once you've evenly coated your chicken with your flavor, you're just gonna take your garlic, put it on your skillet. Once it's on your skillet, wash your hands. You're probably gonna be like, is this the last time we're washing our hands? It's not. Always wash your hands, folks, before touching food. Now you're gonna take your olive oil. Remember when I said we use it again, folks? Here we are. Take it and just give your skillet a healthy dusting of it. Not too much. And just set it off to the side where you can reach it again. And now we're just gonna turn it on to medium heat. I don't cook anything past 6 on a skillet because it could mess it all up. Tongs to handle with my chicken. You know what I totally forgot to say? With your olive oil, you're gonna add a little bit of butter with it. Just gonna take my tongs here and just pinch up some butter. Now I'm just waiting. Now I'm gonna check on my sauce because I've left it untouched for a little bit. Delicious, folks. Ugh, spot on. Okay, my pan is sizzling now. So I'm gonna take my chicken and just place it right on top. And I totally forgot to, but we're gonna season it with some salt and some pepper. Absolutely yum. Might be noticing, but my pan looks a little dry now because it's soaked up all the olive oil. Just douse some more on. Don't be shy. Now we're just gonna let that cook. Look at that. My water's boiling now. I'm gonna take my fettuccine noodles. I'm using Catelli's classic fettuccine noodles. They are, I'm pretty sure, not gluten-free. But don't quote me on that. So use some real free brand if you're making this gluten-free. Now I'm just gonna take the noodles, enough to feed my whole family, which is a family of 4 people. So there's me, my sister, my mom, and my dad. At this point, I'm probably just gonna cook the entire box. Because who doesn't love leftovers? Delish. I totally just used the wrong thing. Gonna toss up our chicken. It's not finished yet, folks. But smell is fantastic. I totally forgot to get out my little thing. Yeah, I kind of forgot what it's called. And I totally just switched to into accent. Don't even know why. Just make sure our noodles aren't sticking to the side here, because that's what can cause noodles to get a burn sometimes. Because I don't feel like my things have enough seasoning, I'm just going to dazzle a little bit more parsley flakes on, and then I'm done with parsley because that's a lot of parsley. Probably want a little bit more of oregano. Because this isn't a butter and herb garlic chicken for nothing. You really want to go heavy on your herbs, but not too heavy, because then obviously you'll take away the flavor of your sauce, and that's just not going to be good. Now, put some more flavoring onto my delicious chicken. Give my noodles a stir. Saute my glorious chicken. It's looking a little dry now. So I'm going to get a little bit more butter. So let me tell you, butter knife and just healthy chunk of butter right onto the pan. I'm going to set that aside because I don't know if I want more of it. Smells delicious. Now we're going to cook our pasta for at least 8 minutes or just a tiny bit more, like 9 minutes. I say 10 minutes is pushing it because then it's going to be too soft and too mushy. You want your noodles al dente. And al dente means that they're firm, tender, and a little bit soft, but not mushy. Let me tell you, everything here smells amazing. You might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not. It smells like a Michelin star over here. Because I'm done with the majority of my ingredients now, I'm just going to set them away. No longer need my measuring cup. No longer need my tablespoon. I don't need my knife no more. I don't need my grater anymore. I don't need my olive oil anymore. So I'm just gonna tighten my cap up and place it away. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Your sauce should look a little bit like this. Delicious looking, isn't it, guys? This part might get a little boring. That's just because we're waiting. So if I'm just waiting, I'm going to start cleaning up my station because no one wants a messy kitchen. A messy kitchen. I'm starting my speech a little, guys. My basil, Italian, and parsley. I'm going to put it away right there. With all my rest of my spices. Oregano, salt and pepper. The cheeses can actually go inside the fridge now, except my Parmesan cheese, because I'm going to put that on top of my dish later. Parmesan cheese. I'll put my butter away. Place this right back up on top of my stuff. Put my beautiful garlic away. And let go of everything cleaned up again. Wow, I'm rocking it at this. Everything stuff I did not use can be put away. I'm gonna take this little piece of chicken. I'm just gonna smash it over a little. If it looks like it's cooked all the way through with no pink in it, then it's cooked fully. I see a lot of little pink in just some of these pieces, so I'm just gonna cook them for a little bit more. Let me find a nice old fat piece of chicken and cut that one open because I grabbed a little minuscule piece that wasn't fat and juicy like that one was. And that one came open clean. Nothing, no pink. So at this point in time, I'm going to assume my chicken is done. Yeah. I'm going to turn that off. Now you might be thinking, it's a little hot. I'm just going to take my lovely thing right here, stir this around, and move it over. Hang out this pot. Turn that element off. Turn this one back on. And, I'm just going to transfer the chicken over. All my chicken is transferring now. I'm just going to get rid of my tongs because I no longer need them. And my sauce. Oh, it smells so good. I'm getting so hungry. Can't wait to try this meal. I'm just going to move my pot over. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Move some dishes over. This is actually dirty, so we're just going to give it a clean. So I'm going to check on a noodle. They're looking delicious. Let me find a piece of noodle. Just drag it over to my now clean board. Hot to the touch because I just took it out of boiling water. But once it's cooled down a little bit, you're going to do a taste test. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. With that being perfect, I'm going to take it off its element and we're just going to drain the water. Into our strainer. Now we're just going to drain our noodles of any moisture off them. Place it right back into our pot. And don't let it sit in just this because the starch on the noodles will actually catch each other. So you're just going to drizzle some olive oil on it. Never use vegetable oil. The taste actually stands out pretty significant when you put vegetable oil on noodles. So you always want to use olive oil or butter, whatever is easiest. I use oil. This keeps my noodles looking fresh and nice. And just like that, you have your noodles, your sauce. Let's make myself a bowl. I'm gonna take a bowl. Put some noodles on it. delicious. Give my pasta. Shake off that. Put this on low. And now I'm going to take a ladle. Just serve myself some delicious fettuccine Alfredo. We just made easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that, folks. I spilled some. It's delicious. I'm actually so jealous of myself right now that I get to eat this delicious meal. I'm going to take some Parmesan cheese and just sprinkle some on top. And there you have it, folks. Fettuccine Alfredo. Let's give it a taste test. Fork. Mixy mix. That's so good. Take some chicken. This dish. So good. Thank you for joining me here today, making easy peasy fettuccine Alfredo. It was so good, so easy. Even you can make it at home. Bye-bye. I love a messy kitchen. Ugh.